Turn up. Let's go.
Hey, what's
Hey,
up? What's up?
Can we talk sports?
hello
Yes,
everyone.
yes. Welcome everybody to Can We Talk Sports? Let me answer that question. Yes, we
Yes.
can.
Yes,
Hey, you
we
guys,
can.
if you're watching us on YouTube, we ask you to like and subscribe and hit the notification. If you're watching us on Facebook, we want you to like, comment, and share this video. If you have some friends, some family members, some sports grannies and sports uncles and aunties, share this video. Tell them about Can We Talk Sports? It is a sports mom commentator talk show. Let me get my words together. And I am Karen, one of your hosts, and I am a community sports mom. I'm gonna have to tell you about
Yes.
what that is.
Well, I'm Carmen, aka Mama D, and I'm a sports mom. I'm a sports aunt, and I'm a community sports mom also. Absolutely, I love supporting our sports.
And I'm Irisha, aka Icy of Icy Fashion. I'm a fashion designer. I'm a fashion football mom where I fashion up the shirts if I need to. But on top of that, I am a community sports mom too. I'm a college sports mom for football as well.
Yes, awesome.
So we gonna do a little small talk, y'all?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. Okay, yeah. So I was thinking today, it's playoff time for the high school guys, the kids, and even the college. So, the holidays come. Some kids get to come home, some don't when they're in college. I know my son last year, he did not get to come home. It was his first Thanksgiving never being at home because they had a game the following week. And so, how do some parents handle that? Some parents like to use Thanksgiving to go attend their students or their sons or daughters. I don't know if does it go into the women's volleyball season too?
Hmm.
Does
Well,
does
they
it?
just
Okay.
had the playoffs.
Okay,
So it
yeah.
just
So I'm
Hmm.
happened.
sure they get caught in that. So, how do you guys think parents handle it, or how as parents have you handled it when Thanksgiving comes around or even Christmas and your kid can't be there? I can tell you how I handled it the first time.
And I can guess.
How? Guess, Karen. Guess.
You
What do
was
you?
down there and you was cooking all that food. I think you probably cooked enough for the whole team. That's what sports moms do.
Yeah,
Yes.
I didn't get to do it. I didn't go down there. I just tried to hold it together so I wouldn't be this helicopter mom. So I just kept calling. Have you eaten yet? Have you eaten? And kind of made me mad. He hadn't ate, and it was 4 o'clock. So I started making
Hmm.
phone calls. Is my kid gonna eat? They had to send somebody to pick him up to eat.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
Hmm.
That is what we
Yeah.
do. I don't think I didn't I wasn't able to attend. But I made those phone calls and told him to get out of his shyness. And if
Yeah.
a player that lived local invited him over, he
To
went over
go.
to their house for dinner. So, that's one of the things why I'm so passionate about being a community mom. I invest in the boys that are here because when my son went off, I trust that what seed I sowed in the
Yeah.
community kids, that someone was going to take care of my son and sow into him. And that's what happened. That's how that's why we continue this thing on,
Hmm.
because whatever you do for somebody else, somebody's going to do it for you.
That's right.
Exactly. Paying it forward. Gosh, most of the time during Thanksgiving, we had games. Like I remember many of games we had Thanksgiving weekend, and we were traveling on Saturday. So definitely. I do remember one game when Malik was at UNT. Um, they were gone for Christmas. Like their He was gone for Christmas, but the game was here at the Cotton Bowl. So we got to go
Mhm.
pick him up like late in the afternoon, Christmas Day, and let him come open his gifts and stuff. But yeah, it's hard when they're working, when they're practicing and stuff during the holidays. But you know what? We do what we have to do.
Yeah.
Yes. What about you, Kawashika?
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, when your son is not home, how do you handle that?
Oh my God. It's like somebody missing, something missing,
Yeah, I'm
just
telling you.
missing,
Yeah.
right? So, hey everyone. But yes, I think that, when it's Thanksgiving, of course you want everybody. Like you feel kind of guilty if, all the kids are not together and that's just family time because that's how we was raised, during Thanksgiving. But
Yeah.
at the end
Mhm.
of the day, you just have to remain positive. Um, I know for Kadarian, when they was out in Colorado, they was roommating. So, and then you had, who was it, Miss
Annie?
Annie. Oh my God. Like, and Miss Stacy, they were able to be out there for a week, you know, and cook for them. So just knowing that, there's someone out there cooking for them and, and somebody got their back, you be like, okay. But
Yeah.
I mean, you still gonna feel bad as a mother if you're not able to do it. But
Yeah.
yeah, so,
You guys
Yeah.
hey,
talk about cooking. Um, Mahogany, her first Thanksgiving away from us was in Gara, Germany.
okay,
And her and her teammate, my middle daughter Monique, flew out and spent Thanksgiving with her in Germany. But they actually cooked a Thanksgiving dinner and introduced their German teammates to Thanksgiving. So they had
Wow.
turkey and
Wow.
dressing, and they were texting me back and forth, Mom, what do I put in the potatoes? And what the dressing? I was like, see, you should have
Right.
been paying more attention. But
Right.
but
Then
yeah,
just eating instead.
yeah,
So the German friends got a chance to taste soul food, and it was their
yes.
first time cooking. So it probably would taste good, even if it tasted bad. It probably tasted
They didn't know. They didn't know.
good. Oh my God! Listen, you guys, I am so excited about our guest. She is a sports mom coming. She's all the way from Canada, you guys, and she's gonna
Canada.
come on the show. We gonna tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but
Nothing
the
but the
truth
truth.
as sports moms. And I'm so excited to have her on the show. And so you guys stay tuned. Continue to watch the show so you can hear us sports mom do some mommy chatter.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. All right. Well, we got it next. Arisha.
Oh, are we ready for our hot topic, guys?
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
This is a good one.
um, yeah, so we have a hot topic today where we were discussing how I'm sorry, like at Jackson State with Deion Sanders, they first Jackson State, congratulations, they won the SWAC East title. And
Woo!
I would like to discuss, the influence that Deion Sanders has brought to the HBCU community, and then also touch on his health. There was, he had a little health scare here recently, and there's also been a little bit of talk about him possibly leaving Jackson State to go to TCU. I don't know how solid that is, but maybe you guys can give a little, if y'all have got a little bit more information on that, if that's even.
Interesting.
God, I love you. That was a great play, son. God, I love you, bro. I love you, son.
Here in the fourth quarter of play, your new score, the Jaguars of Southern University, 17. The Tigers of Jackson State, 41. It's a strong
You all right?
Wow.
Wow.
That
Wow. That
that
was
was
his son, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I
yes.
was muted.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I mean, that was very, I saw that. That was so emotional. And the fact that I know Shador and Dion, that was very, very emotional. My son played 7-on-7 with them throughout, what, their junior year, going into his senior year. And him and his dad, they really do have a really good relationship. And that's, I like it. And the thing about it is, what I got from it as a parent, seeing my son play, he treats him like an athlete. He don't just like, to me, he doesn't show this, oh, that's my son, he get these special. He's hard on him the same way he is with everybody else. So I
Wow.
mean, that's
Absolutely.
why, some people probably would be like, oh, you don't want to play, he's gonna show favoritism to his son. He be on the Shador head. Like
Wow.
he don't
Hmm.
let him feel like he be on him. Like when he's doing the most, he be like, dude, are you scared? He don't play with him. If you ask me, he's a little harder on him than everybody else.
Wow.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
because it's
Expectations are higher.
Mhm. And plus,
is
he's
he the
Dion.
one that went to Cedar Hill?
His oldest son went to Cedar Hill.
Oh,
His oldest son was at, I think it was Colleyville Heritage. Then he came to Cedar Hill,
hmm
and
Hmm.
then
He
he
Oh, I
started
didn't
left.
at
know
I don't.
that.
he started
Yeah,
at Trinity Christian School.
yeah. And then he
okay.
went over there. Yeah, he was over
Hmm.
there, and then he went to those schools, and he ended up going
That's
on to play at
Deion Jr.
SMU. Yeah, he
Hmm.
played
Oh,
at
really?
SMU for a while, and that was it. I want to say Dion Jr. graduated from SMU actually. I'm sure he did. I think he
Yes.
did graduate.
Yeah, he spent all
Yeah.
4 years there.
And I saw him had a post on his Instagram, and he was saying about how many yards he had. And I'm like, is he playing?
It's a joke going around about Dion. I watch the highlights at the end every day for this kid. Y'all have got to get on Dion Jr. Y'all have got to get on this man, this boy. Look, his Instagram story. It is hilarious. Like every time somebody scores, it is not just even his brother. He is at the end of the end zone with his camera. Yeah, yes, sir.
Running.
Yes, sir. He sounds just like his dad when he's talking. And then when Shiloh does his interception, they've named them the headache game. And it's just hilarious. He cusses out. It's sad, but he be cussing out. He be getting into it with the other team. Be like, shut up, boy, take the like if they score on them and stuff, it'll be some. It is hilarious, y'all. When y'all get a chance, I know the stories delete pretty quick, but go on YouTube. And some of these hilarious videos put Deion Sanders Jr.'s in there. Y'all, it is gonna show all the clips. Somebody puts his clips on YouTube every week. So now
Oh,
they
wow.
say he's part of the team because he's so involved.
Oh, wow.
It's hilarious, y'all.
I'm gonna have to
So
go watch it. I'm gonna have to go watch it. But I think they
yeah,
have another video about Dion's interview.
yeah,
Um,
where he was, I think where was experiencing the toe surgery, and I think he had a setback trying to move around a little too much, and
yeah.
yeah, and I see they're doing like a little sequel or like some type of episode on it to where it's gonna show everything that he went through. It's
Oh, wow.
videotaped,
Mm.
and it showed where,
Interesting.
yeah, if we had the clip, I should have thought about it. He calls Shiloh and Shador in the office, and he said, "This is what I had to go through," and he's obviously showing them his injury, and his son was like, "Dad." And then
Oh,
you could
wow.
tell they were choked up, and
Wow.
so it says coming soon. So I don't know when it's gonna happen, but they said it's all documented, everything he went through. We gonna all get to see all this, everything that happened to him.
Wow. And you know what? When I heard that he had to be readmitted back to the hospital, and I was just like, okay, he had a foot surgery. You kind of think that that's not
Mhm.
anything major, but
Yeah.
then it turned out to be something major.
Yeah, because you got to
Right.
remember our most important arteries that go to our hearts are in the foot.
Oh,
Mm.
Some
well.
people don't know that the artery that runs to your heart is in the foot, and that's where blood clots will start at in the feet. And so he probably, and that's why when you have a surgery, they want you to keep it elevated at like 45, degree angle for the flow. And even though he was sitting and trying to relax while coaching, he was on that scooter most of the time, so blood
Mhm.
is going probably down. I'm assuming
Down.
that
Right.
could have been part of what happened, and he probably almost experienced a blood clot. But I did hear that it was some other stuff that occurred that he had pneumonia later. It wasn't COVID, and then something about a staph infection happened.
Oh
Wow.
wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's a
Wow.
lot to deal with.
I think our producer has another video that she wants to play for us.
Check it out right now.
Don't want to be like you see, right? You see that?
Oh, I love it. I love it. I think I'm gonna trim mine back to match yours, though. I'm gonna grow yours out.
Cut mine off.
Yeah. Gillette is the best a man can
Yeah,
do.
you know it.
Coach, welcome back, man.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm not all the way back yet, but this is a tremendous step. I'm proud. I'm thankful. I'm elated. Filled with hope and faith. It's been a tremendous journey. I'm thankful to be out of the hospital. You have no idea. You have no idea. You have no idea. We have a wonderful team of doctors that I'm really listening and adhering to 100%. And I'm on the kids all the time about being smart, tough, fast, and disciplined. And I got to be smart.
Yes, sir.
I
Yes,
got to
sir.
be smart.
You know, sometimes God takes us through things not only for us, but for other people to
It's
witness.
true. Well, I'm a witness.
And we are witness. We are
Yeah,
witness.
and I tell you what, I never question or ask God why me through the whole process. I said, Lord, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for making sure it was me. Because I can handle it. I'm built for
Good
it.
for it.
I'm built for it. I'm down for it. I'm ready for it. I welcome it. And this is going to be a tremendous testimony for a multitude what I've endured over the last several weeks.
Yeah. Can't have a test without a testimony.
Yes, Lord.
Can't have a testimony without a test. It flows both
Sure.
ways. You got to be able to stand on it.
True. I miss Tiger Nation, man. I miss just the feeling of the locker room, the kids, the moments, all of it. I missed all of it. I really, really, truly, truly did. I really missed it. Game days are tough, emotionally, immensely tough. I think ones that were stationed in position to receive my call and relay the message. I pray for them that I wasn't harsh or extremely adamant, but my message be come across. So it was a lot going on in the hospital on Saturday, as you could say. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Well, Coach, I know your players are going to be excited to see you this morning. You're going to be excited to see them, man.
Yes,
Tiger
I am.
Nation has sent so many prayer requests through the
And I
pre-range show
felt
for
them.
you.
I
Yeah.
felt them. I received them. I believed them, and I never stopped believing. I've never stopped believing. Not one bit. I've never stopped believing. And let me tell Tiger Nation. I want to say this to you, Tiger Nation. We have an outstanding staff.
Yes, sir.
I've always said and often said, and I think people took it for granted. I always said that Rod and that staff, they comfort me. And no one could have ever known that this was coming. But the staff, they comforted me. And excellent. Coach Flea, I love him to life. I love him more so than ever before, but because I've seen him and I knew he could handle it.
Yes, sir.
And I'm so damn proud of him, and just the countless calls and times that he's come over to the.
Wow.
That was a lot. That was a lot. And
Wow.
I felt the compassion from him. So that's why, there was a rumor going around about him being interviewed for TCU. And I heard a lot of people saying, all that he's done for HBCU, would that go in vain if he all of a sudden leaves and go to a school that's not an HBCU? Because he's been preaching so much about HBCU. What you guys think about that?
That's been my same question too. Like, I think a lot of people probably give him a little. I mean, I've seen comments in the thing where they feel everybody has their own opinion. Some people say, why would he go there? He's already rich. He don't need the money to be a head coach there. And then,
Mm.
some people look at it like, well, he's put the attention on them already on
Mhm.
HBCUs. So why not, you know, if he did decide to go to TCU, would they be able to look at, well, he opened their eyes, he did what he needed to do and then left? Or should he have stuck around longer, then leave? So I don't know. It's a couple ways to look at it. I've been curious to know how that would work and how it would be viewed.
I think he should take every opportunity that comes along. And yeah, he's done some great things for Jackson State University. And I don't think that's going to stop, even if he leaves. I think it's going to continue. I think that um, the spotlight that's been put on SBCUs is not going to stop from Kamala Harris all the way to Deion. And like, it's not
Right.
going to stop. It's a tidal wave now. You can't stop it.
I agree. Yeah. He put some things in the forefront, so you can't just stop because Dion's gone.
Right.
You gotta keep doing it. You can't say, "Oh, well, we're doing it because Dion's here," and then if he happens to leave, oh, you don't pursue what he's trying to accomplish first. That would make
Exactly.
them look bad. The NCAA or whatever look bad.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you guys because it is his light. It is the light that he brought, and I
I
think
agree.
if he leave, I think the light goes with it. I think we go right back to them not recognizing our HBCU schools.
I agree with that too. I definitely do. I totally agree with that.
And so
I
that's
don't.
what he
Yeah.
was trying to do is get that back, saying we got some good athlete, and so it was all about publicity, bringing publicity to those schools, and that's what he's done. And so I'm just wondering, will they still take us serious? But
Yeah, it's like they're taking it more serious because he's there. So I
yeah,
see that's where I'm at with that. That's why I said I'm on the fence, didn't know how to. And like someone was saying that many knew that he wasn't gonna stay long, which is I didn't know that. You know, I
I
figured at
hadn't
some
heard that
point he would
either.
leave, but I thought he would be there long enough to grow it, where they get all the stuff he's trying to say. Hey, we need the same combine, we need this, that, and the other, and then maybe after all that was accomplished.
right,
Then he leaves because now you've made it happen. They can't
right.
take it because Dion leaves now, but he needs, it needs to be accomplished. The airtime, different channels more. So
And just
I'm
think
with you too, Miss Karen.
Yeah, and just think about when he leaves, that group of coaches leave with him. So here's a whole nother coaching staff. And we already know, and I'm sure you know, the effect of new coaching staff coming in with
Yes,
your
I do.
kids. We could
Hmm.
probably go on and on. We probably have to
Yes,
get our guests on the show because
because we'll be talking.
we need her to come on in here.
Yeah.
All right, Carmen.
Before we go,
Okay, well,
Hold on. Let
well,
Kawashka.
before we go, number one, it's a rumor. Number
That's what I
two,
thought.
opportunity could be a good opportunity or a God opportunity. And
Good
so
Mhm.
I
point.
remember listening to he have done a clip regards to the process that he's going through right now.
Yeah.
So it is something big that is about to happen. And I'm with you, Miss Karen. If he leave now, he's going to forfeit the plan that God's had for these colleges.
Yeah.
So
So
remember,
yeah.
it's a good opportunity. I'm sorry, good opportunity, or is it a God opportunity?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
okay, you guys. Well, um, up next, we're going to bring on our guest, which is Gifty. She's the founder of Baller Mom Canada, and she's also a mom of two boys who play the sport. So she has a lot of firsthand experience and speaking from the perspective of a sports mom. So I want you guys to watch this video, and then we're going to bring her on. We're so excited to have her tonight.
Yeah.
love that name, Gifted.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Sports Mom. We got something in common.
Yes, we
Yes,
do.
another
And
sports mom. I love it. So,
yes,
Gifty, we play a game called Would You Rather. So I'll
Okay.
start it off. Okay. So, would you rather be in the cold in Canada supporting your boys, or would you rather be on the beach in Jamaica swimming?
It's one or the other. I
Yes.
would rather be in the cold, bundled out, and warm with a cup of tea if I can, supporting the boys.
I hear you.
While I'm thinking about being in Jamaica on the
On the
beach.
beach.
right.
I understand that. I do.
Yeah,
Maybe
for
you're thinking
sure.
it's gonna warm you up too. I
Oh,
got one. Would you rather have a slow car or a fast bike?
a car. Being on the bike, my butt hurts a bit. So, car.
That's a
Car's
sports
better.
mom.
Because I'm warm inside. So it's okay.
Okay, I have one. Would you rather explore space or the ocean?
Ooh.
I can't swim good and I'm scared of height. But if I'm in space and I'm covered up in something that could prevent me from falling, then I'll do space.
Yeah, I agree. I'm with you on that one.
Yeah.
It's my turn.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Would you rather live in the jungle or the zoo?
Ooh,
Zoo, because the animals are protected in their cages.
that's a
Okay.
good answer.
Yeah.
Right. All right. Well, I'm going to start these
Yeah.
questions off. And I just want to say again how I love connecting with other moms who have a passion and bringing forth knowledge and resources to give back to those moms that are coming behind us. So, Jifty, could you just tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got started with Baller Mom Canada?
Okay, so thank you, ladies, for welcoming here. My name again is Gifty, and I'm here in Toronto, Canada. I have two boys. We started with soccer, but mainly we're in basketball now. And Ball Mom started when I was actually personally looking for information to get them from the regular community sports into a competitive one. And the more I kept searching, I realized the information was not readily available. But whenever I found, I would share with other parents, and they're like, "Where'd you find this? What is this?" So I started, sharing that kind of information and realized that there's that disconnect out there. And then as we've progressed further, I realized there's still some people that are trying to get in. They're doing a little bit of house league or backyard or school games and things like that. And they see the big light and they're not sure how to enter these competitive sports. So my way is giving back and guiding them. And I also do a connection with coaches and trainers that are looking for players because sometimes they may be in their own little bubble. They may post something, but no one sees it. Well, I do have a good community of moms that are looking. So, hey, B, you want to see each other? Let's connect, let's share. But with the all common goal of making sure that we're supporting the kids, that this is what they want to do. They're good at it and they're surrounded by good people supporting them.
That's
Okay,
good.
that's good. Yeah.
Hey, Mean Girl
Hey,
Hockey.
girl.
She been
Me,
shouting us out. Mean girl be on faithfully, doesn't she?
Yeah,
yeah,
she
she's
do
from
the hockey.
Canada.
She's
She's
a
from
She
Canada.
Yeah.
is.
oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So who who got the next question?
Oh, I'll go
Well,
again.
Okay.
'Cause I got
I have
I
one.
got
Sorry.
I got him. I
I
got him.
lost I lost my screen. Sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
So wait, let me can you ooh, I had him. Why do you think it's important right now for the voices of the moms to be heard right now? because I really believe it is important. It's something that we've been closed mouth for reason, and so I
Mhm.
think it's important. Why do you think it's important for to hear the voices of the moms right now?
Um, Mainly because depending on the relationship you have at home or with the kids, we're outspoken and I have a good cup, bad cup type of thing. We're outspoken. We're there to support the kids. We're there to understand. We'll ask certain questions. We like to know time. We like to know schedule. So hearing it from a mom's perspective is a different mindset. Most often when you talk or listen to coaches or hear of coaches, we always see them being males, and some of them
Yeah.
may be a coach with no child, so don't understand what it means to be a parent with a child trying to live a life, work, balance, and sports. So, speaking from a mom's perspective, you just want to make sure that if I'm going to put my child in a certain game or sports or schedule, how far I have to drive, just trying to maneuver it. So basic things that we do, because it's a natural instinct that comes to us. Doesn't mean that some dads are very much involved just as well too, but we all moms have a little different angle. We can either be the soft one or we can be the hardcore, but our tone comes a little different when we're speaking to it. And I think the kids also take to us a little bit different too, depending on what the topic is. So I find it's good to have the moms involved, especially some of the moms that I talk to. They're not well versed in terms of knowing the techniques of the game, the shot, like what the calls are and stuff. And they may be like, do I talk to the coach? Do I ask the coach? And I always tell them, feel confident about it. Ask the questions. Make sure that whatever you don't understand, you speak it from honest truth that you don't understand and let them help you. But just getting the voice, and not because we're just a mom, but we are a parent first and the best interest of our kids is there, and we want to make sure that whoever the people that are leading them and guiding them knows that when that kid comes out of that practice or game, there is somebody behind there that will stand up for them should anything go wrong. And yeah,
Yeah.
so
That's
that's
good.
my perspective. Yeah.
That's good.
So,
So I have a
Gifty,
go ahead, I'm sorry, we both anxious
no,
for questions.
that's
Go
all
ahead,
right.
Carmen. You can
So,
go.
Bowling Mom Canada has a feature series blog.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about it and tell us who's been your best guest speaker and why.
So the feature one series that I do is goes back to the reason why I started, where you want to put a face to either a school, a team, a trainer, a coach, that is also trying to market themselves to us as parents and say, come bring your child to me. I'll help your child transition. I'll help your child at this school. I'll help your child become elite and all of that. And they can be posting things, but you don't know who they are. You don't know what they do. So the feature series is to get a little bit more understanding of who they are and what their business or club represents. So if I say contact ABC, you'd be like, yes, I remember ABC. This is the person that owns it. I heard them talk. I understand their platform. I understand what they mean. And that's an easy conversation to start off with. Um, as to who has been the best, I wouldn't pick anyone over because each one of them has their own unique specialties that they brought in. But I have learned something from every single one of them. It's weird because I'll do preparation of the questions, but as we talk, I always find something new. And I think that just comes from listening when people are talking to say, oh, wow, I didn't know that about you. And I guess as they get more comfortable, people tend to loosen up and share a lot more, which is the whole goal of it. Because
Yeah.
if I'm going to say, hey, mom, A, you're over here, there's this particular trainer that focuses on just back. If your child's back is hurting, call them and say, hi, John, Gifty told me about this, and you refer to the name. It's easier than, hi, I'm wondering if you blah, blah, blah. Like it's that personality kind of disconnect. So I'm trying to make it more personable and approachable between our parents and the individuals or the teams and the clubs that are supporting us. But the overall, like the best advice I ever got was just be you from and almost all the guests that have always said that. Just be you. If you overthink it, it's already over. So just be you and go for it. So that's what I've been learning from it. Yeah.
Okay. So my question is there a reason why your recruiting services that is there a reason that a lot of recruiting services I mean your company sorry only caters to like soccer and basketball, and are you planning to extend your reach to other
Um,
sports?
to be honest, it's soccer and basketball because those were the two sports that we've always played, and those are the community that I've been connected with the most.
Okay. Yeah.
Um, Football, I watch it during what's that? The halftime show, to be honest.
Oh wow.
And football is big, and as I was listening to you guys talking a lot earlier, I can sense that it's really big in the States. Here
Mhm.
it is, but we're more like a bandwagon, more say. It's not as as big. Like Mean Girl Hockey Girl, I can tell you about it. Is that there's a disparity between the American football, the Canadian football, and basketball, and the soccer, which is also called football in Europe. So, but here
Mhm.
is mainly most kids start off here with soccer or hockey and then transition into basketball. But the reason why I do both is because that's where first I have more knowledge on and expertise
Got you.
on,
That
and
makes
those are
sense.
the two sports that we played. So if you were to tell me, let's talk about baseball, I wouldn't know much about it. So I don't want to refer somebody to something that I don't have the knowledge or experience in
Yeah.
there. But if I don't, I know other parents are in there, and I can say, talk to these parents because their kid also does baseball in the summer, and they can help you out. But I may reach out and maybe do a package of different people representing different sports. But for my personal knowledge and experience, soccer and basketball has been the heart of it.
Mm.
Yeah.
I got a question.
Bring it
Now,
on, Miss Kashika.
yes, we love the cheer element, and I love the cheer. And so I wanted to know, far as with your organization, can you expound on that? Like, what do y'all do far as the cheer element?
So I lose my voice almost every game, physically. That's the cheer part of it. It's hard to watch any game unless it's, I don't know, chess or golf that you're watching where you're not supposed to talk. But any
Right.
action sports, like you're meant to cheer. It's very loud. There's so many things going on. And I think sometimes if we just sit there, especially for the kids that are younger, they're looking like, is somebody cheering for me? Because even when you're watching on TV, the music is going on, there's
Yeah.
chants, defense, offense, all these things. So for us to be physically watching them, of course, we want to give them the energy too. They feed off us. So that's where the cheer comes in to just give them that energy. But that's the verbal side of it. The other side of cheer is letting the players and the parents and their kids know that we got you no matter what. Like, I do highlights and features of certain players and say, we're there for you. If the mom is like, oh, my kid can't make it, can you support? And I'll be like, yeah, I'll be there. I'll be cheering. I'll be yelling. They need to know that when they look in the stands, there's a support for them because when we're watching, they're not on no big major TV screens. It's just our own cell phone recording, and that's the only shine. So we might as well let them feel as comfortable being in that court and being in the field playing that. Whether the ball goes in or not, there is a support. They have their own cheerleader on the corner, going in at it respectfully, opposing the other team because theirs is just as loud, but it makes the game much more entertaining. Yeah.
Wow, wow, wow. That's amazing. I talk
Ooh.
about it all the time. We have to be there. That energy that
Yep.
the
Mhm.
team feeds off of that momentum. And so,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's awesome. And then you go to the games if a parent is not
Yes.
available.
Yeah.
Oh, we
Yeah.
Yeah.
got to
Some
step
can,
up.
some work different schedule, different shifts.
Wow.
And also for here, because we have all these COVID protocols and things like that.
Yeah.
If
Right.
each facility is a little different, so it's just overall making sure that when we're cheering for each other, like I'm cheering for you to do good, whether your child goes above to the next level or not, it's a genuine support, a genuine cheer to know that we're rooting for you no
Yeah.
matter what, win or learn, we're rooting for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I have a question, another question. Have you ever been afraid to speak as a mom, something that's concerning your child in fear of your child not being able to play? We hear that, we got to keep our mouths closed because coach may make our son sit down or less playing time. Have you experienced that as a mom?
I've experienced it, and I have spoken up. And I think in one experience, the person we spoke to didn't take it well, but you have to speak up. And it's how you
Yeah.
deliver, it's how you say it. If I'm coming as an attack to you, it's like, why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do da? Of course, they're gonna come back in a responsive way that feels like they're being threatened. But I've learned over time that the delivery and the tone, and sometimes there's a cooler head prevails. So depend on the situation, give it some time, think about it, and sometimes you can just write it down, reread it over, make sure you get all your thoughts out, and then say it out. And sometimes you have to say it right away because there's no way you like if your heart is boiling, you got to say it. But I have spoken up, and I do encourage moms to also speak up, parents to speak
Right.
up, especially when you know that this is something against your child. Because if you don't speak up for them at that moment, what are we trying to teach them? That it's okay
It's
for,
okay.
because this
Right.
person has this title, they have every right to talk to you or treat you in any kind of way, right? So I say speak up, and I tell them, if you can speak up, just message me, give me the info, I'll speak up for you. It's the
Right.
yeah.
Very good. So, Gifty, what are some of the common hurdles that parents and the athletes have to overcome, especially like in preparation for college and, just
It's a
excelling in
lot.
the sport?
It's a lot. First thing, especially with somebody who's just thinking, as after we had all this, we were locked down for the longest time. Feel like we were all in
Mhm.
timeout. And coming back into it, there was a lot of tryouts, and a lot of kids were trying to, make it into the team, make it into the club, and you get all these highlights and things like that. And the challenge was like, what if they don't make it? What if they don't get selected? And it's true, not everybody got selected. And the hard part was telling them is, yes, they didn't make it to this particular team or this time, and that's okay. But there's other ways to still develop the skills because the interest is there. So there's different ways. Maybe, sign up for just training on a weekly basis, doing the same thing over and over and over. If they don't get bored from it, then they have the heart to go with it. If they didn't make it to one team, but another one wants them and they're not sure about it, try it out and see, right? Because we can't all be in the same place at the same time, and everybody's at different levels. So the way I explain to them is, you're coming in with somebody who's done it 2 years in a row, and you're just starting. Yes, some people
Mhm.
have natural talent and natural skills, but don't let that defeat you. Try again. There's different avenues. There's different things you can do. If your kid, depending on how old they are, have them watch YouTube videos and try it at home on their
Oh
own.
yeah.
When the next
Yeah.
tryout comes in, they'll be ready. When the next season comes, they will be ready because the interest is there. But I always tell them, just remember that feeling of not making it, that stuck with you. Let that be your drive.
There
Let
you
that be
go.
your drive to
That's
say,
true.
Good.
I want to feel that again next season. I'm going to make sure I make it. And if it's not, at least I have two or three options that I can go to. And then you want to be the one that says no to this team or to that coach. I said, keep that in there. And so there's some kids that didn't make it. And I told them that. I said, just keep that in your heart as you practice to try to make it next season.
Yeah.
Excellent. I want to piggyback on that question because that just, what do you say to parents or athletes that feel like they've waited too late to really get in the recruiting system to get looked at, that kind of thing? Like, what do you say to them?
I say focus on academics too, because
Hmm.
yes, you may not have gotten into the recruiting or prep school or the specific school that you wanted or the specific club that you want to get into, but there's other avenues to still play the sports and still do what you like to do. And the question, I think there was like one mom that messaged me and I said, is it you that's feeling that way, or is it your child that's feeling that way, or is it both? Because you have
Yeah.
to differentiate the two. If it's your child that was like really adamant, it's like, I really had to, but I'm like 17, 18, I'm considered old and no one's looking at me, and they're, I don't know, angry or upset. How do you deal with that? Besides the sports, like how do you deal with others situations when they're in that moment? And is it you as a parent feeling like you failed them because you felt like you didn't have the right information or resources? And I tell them that for every age group, there's different support out there. So they may not have made it to a certain high school team, but there's college, there's university that you can try for it. and just try
Right.
it on. And even in the college university, there's levels. So you may not make it to the senior, but being on the junior is also a different way too. So I say don't let that be the only thing. And what other skills do they have? If is it are they putting all their sports in just like all their basketball into just sports? There's got to be something else too. When we were locked down and we had no game, no tournament, no practice, they close our the basketball nets or the playground, everything. Like what else did they do to keep them going that they build that interest in? Build off on that. Because being you don't have to be the only athlete. There's other things. Did they like recording videos? They can record and talk about sports. Did they like making, I don't know, drawings? They can draw athletes and do reels and things like that. Still be in the sports world, even if they're not the main person playing. So that's what I say. Find other things along within the sports that you like that gives you a little bit more passion because it hurts more if that's the only thing you're thinking of. There's got to be something else. We're multifaceted human beings. You can't have one talent. We're multi-talented, right? So that's what I would say.
And I love you just said that as far as finding something else to do. And so that's one of the questions I want to kind of bring to you. I don't know how old your sons are, but what are you doing as far as creating a balance with your kids and not letting sports be their identity and then showing other things that they may like if
Mhm.
they don't make it to the different levels in sports? How are you keeping your kids grounded?
Yes. So my boys are 12 and 14. And one likes editing, likes video games and reels and things like
Mm.
that. So he's good at doing those things. I said, focus on that. One likes
Right.
technology, knowing gadgets and things like that. Both of them are smart in academics. So we make sure that they focus on that school first before anything else. Like that's the thing.
Right.
I always tell them you can break a leg, but if your brain is functioning, then you're good.
You're still. Oh, that's a good point.
I mean, we just watched Dion's video. Like his leg's not working, but he's talking. He's alert.
Yeah.
He's, he
Hmm.
still has a job. He's still working. He's getting paid. He's still in sports. So if one's not working, the other one is out there. So how we ground them is making sure that it's not just only sports. Like I mean, if even when we say go do your exercise or anything like that, it's conditioning your body, understanding it. But they do have other passion besides that. It's not the only thing, and we're not naive in telling them you're going to make it to the NBA, you're going to make it to, Major League Soccer or anything like that. It's you're doing the sports that you love, you're good at it, and it's conditioning you, but you're learning along the way that it could take you to other avenues and different things, even if you're not the main person on the court or in the field. So we do balance it out. We're part of our church community. We're like we do different things to make sure that it's not just only sports all the time. Even though my schedule may look like it, we try to make sure that there's other things. We have family time, you have personal time for themselves to do whatever they want. So yeah, just trying to balance it. It's not always just talking sports, play, 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 go this, go that. Like just be a kid and be a human being because
Yeah.
they're still learning and they're still growing. And before every season, we always go through the talk. Is this what you want? Because once we commit, we go through it because it's a contract we're signing. But it's
That's
your
good.
decision too. It's our money, but it's your decision as well. So it's that open communication to make sure that it's a two-way street because it's not my dream you're fulfilling. It's got to be something that you want to.
Right.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. These are good questions. Thank you.
You have some very good answers and elaborate in very detailed manner, so
Thank
it
you.
helps with so I'm trying to figure out.
Oh, we miss Miss Koshika. She's gone.
Oh, the Kawashka, I just know Kawashka's thing went out.
Yeah, she must have
After her
dropped.
her thing had continued to drop.
That's
Um,
Yeah.
okay.
I'm
So I have
sorry.
another one. Arisha, you want me to go ahead and go?
Yeah, because I can't. My screen keep freezing. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. So, how we both, I feel like we both have this passion about, or all of us have this passion about sharing information
Oh
to
yeah.
those who are coming behind me. But have you
Mhm.
experienced, you know, trying to get in other sports mom groups and them being hesitant about you sharing your information? I'm just like, okay, I'm just trying to share some information to mom. I'm not trying to keep, whatever I got, I want to give it, So
Yep.
have you experienced that,
Yep. I wasn't active on Facebook for a while, but then I saw some group came in, I joined in, and somebody asked a question. I'm looking to get my sons into soccer, but I don't know anywhere to go. So I messaged us in there and I said, specifically like, how old are the kids? Where do you live? Have they played before? Like basic questions. And somebody came back to no selling. I was like, I'm not selling. I'm just asking basic questions because
Yeah.
based on the answers you give me, I'll be able to see if I'm able to provide you with the support that you need. So automatically I just went into the I am and said, you know what, I'm not gonna reply in the group because it seems to be a little resistant there.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
this is my info. You tell me what you have, and if I have something, I can connect to you. And then I was able to help her find a soccer coach within her area that she took. And she's like, he's nervous. I said, just reach out. The coach most often will say, come in, they assess it. Your child, it's a feel thing. If your child feels comfortable with them, then they'll proceed. If you don't feel comfortable with them, you don't proceed. But it's a two-way,
Yeah.
relationship, three-way, I should say. Coach, your child, and you as a parent. It's got to be all three sort of working together. But these groups, some of them are very closed,
Yeah.
Right.
very, very closed. And all you're trying to do is just give information. That's it.
Yeah.
And there are some people literally don't have the knowledge or don't have the confidence to want to ask and say, or go to somebody's page or an account page and say, hi, my name is, I'm looking for this. Like a lot of people don't do that and they're not comfortable. So I said, just filter through me and it's okay. But a lot of other moms they're just like, why? I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I'm not selling it. I'm just
Just
sharing.
giving it. Yeah. Right. Something that somebody else could use.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah. It's sad though. But it's sad. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, it's sad because I get blocked a lot of times because I'm sharing, and they be blocking me like sharing from another
Really?
page, and I'm just like
Oh.
I'm
Oh
just trying
wow.
to
I
share
didn't.
the info. Yeah, that's
I
it.
didn't know they was doing it like that.
Yeah.
Blocking you, Miss Karen.
And
blocking
some of
me.
them will pin it and I'm gonna repeat again, you will be blocked. I'm like, but
Wow.
it's the people in there are not even sharing what's going on with your own child. So your page is kind of dormant. That nothing's going
Mhm.
on. But I'm sure the people that have sign up because they're looking for information. But you, as the admin that created it, is blocking it. It doesn't make any sense. And Facebook is not paying you to
Right.
have this private group. So I don't understand your purpose. You can have a million followers, but if there's no resource or information there, it doesn't help. But yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That
So
is
I
amazing.
had to remove myself a couple of groups because I realized it's okay. It's their service is not they're not looking for it, so that's fine. If I will make it one comment so people go into my page and they'll see it, then you can follow, and then I can support you if you need to. But yeah, these groups are very yeah, they're old.
For some
Yeah,
reason, you feel like you're trying to take over. Uh,
yeah, yeah.
you're
And
not.
all I'm doing is just sharing, literally, because I've been there. I know the
Yeah.
feeling when you can tell based on the message that this person literally want their kid to do something. They just don't know how or who to help. And you're
Yeah.
saying, I can help you. I can connect with you, or I can at least listen to what you're looking for.
Yeah.
And some of the admins are like X locked. I'm like, okay, that's
Yeah.
fine. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it.
that's okay.
Keep going.
Yeah, exactly. But it's okay. You know what? Like that's why my whole goal is I say it's support, we cheer, and we unite because we're here to support each other, and by doing that, we cheer on each other, and then through that we unite because we all rise when we support. Like no person's an island in this world, and even if somebody has done it before, doesn't mean that another person can
That's
do it, right?
that's
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, and I always say like even grocery store. There's two. I'm sure there's if you think of you want to buy
yeah.
tomatoes, you can think of two grocery stores near you right now that you can go to, but they are profitable. You
Yeah.
don't say it's not only one versus the other. You go to one maybe for the price or the look, but they're all existing, right? But
Yeah.
some people feel like if you're coming in, you're taking their little bucket away from them. Like, no, I'm just sharing the info because we all need to go forward. And it's not even for me, it's for the kids so that hopefully they repeat it back and give back to others as well. Yeah.
That's good. That's
And
very
then it's crazy though because they don't mind sharing the mess.
Yeah.
Yeah, right,
That's a real
Oh,
good
down
right.
point.
here,
Yep.
you
right.
share the mess, but you
They
don't
Yep.
you
share
get
the
a lot of
good.
shares.
Yep.
Come on
Yep.
out.
It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt because I mean that's what it is. Especially like we're all in different parts of
Right.
the city or the town or homes. What you see and somebody says based on the people that follow you, they because it just adds on and that's it. And then by the time somebody sees it, okay, maybe I'm behind this year, but next year I'll remember if I go to so and so's page, I can get the information. I can help my child. That's all it is. But hopefully, like you said, there is a good opportunity versus God opportunity. I wrote that down. I love that. I love that. I love that quote. It's so true. Yeah.
With you
So some
being
people are
involved
daunted.
with, the different sports and parents, where do you think that the parents are dropping the ball at as far as being involved in our kids' sports? Where where you see there's a gap?
I think the gap is just assuming that it's an easy step to wherever it is that they're dreaming in.
Mhm.
Like it's not an escalator or an elevator. It's step by step, day to day, day in, day out, schedule, practice, games, school, everything. So some are dropping the ball because some are project like expecting it to just be a big boom. And I hear that from those who are kids are like a little bit older grade, like the 11th grade and up. It's like, oh, they're about to graduate. And it's like crushing on them. I'm like, yeah, but they're about to graduate. They're 17, 18. Life is not over. It's just started, if anything. But they're dropping the ball because I think everybody is being faced up with all the hooplas of the media. The backstory of he started when he was 4 years old and he really wanted and he's been doing this show. Only the videos where the shots went in, and nobody shows the one the shots never went in, right?
Right.
So the dropping of the ball is like not doing enough research and understanding that you have to take a step. Just like babies, we have to crawl. Well, we have to roll over, crawl, then walk, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that part, if we understand it ourselves, we can definitely learn to just enjoy each journey for sure. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. Do
Yeah.
you have any upcoming projects or events coming?
Actually, tomorrow I have a live feature that I do, and I'll be talking to a coach that he coaches at a preparatory school, which is like a private school, which is a big thing that a lot of people are trying to get to because in order to be scouted to get into US schools, you got to have a prep school experience, like a private school experience. You got to do your SATs and all of that. So, and a lot of parents have asked, how does it work? What do I do? Because our system here is different than yours. So I'll be featuring him to get a little bit more information on that. Going forward, now that we are out of luck locked down, I'm hoping to do an in-person event where I have all the mom community actually connect similar to what we're doing virtually, but in person and actually do that info exchange and support each other and put a face to the name because sometimes text and it's not the same, but when you're talking to somebody, you get that little subtle in-person conversation to keep it
Mhm.
going. And I
Okay.
think it's about time that moms get a little time out of some wine and stuff on our own.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
I'm hoping for that. So yeah, and I do have one that I'm trying to put together with social media because a lot of the kids I follow also get hyped and get sucked in with highlight reels and trying to show them that you got to be honest with your game. You got to be honest with what you do and not post certain things. I mean, some things offend me as an adult, but to them it's cool. So what's good and what's not? And what's the difference between a business account as a sports athlete versus a private account as a child and trying to help them understand the difference on that. So I'm
Yeah.
putting a little workbook thing together to guide them based on what I've learned and experienced because I do some
Mhm.
data mining as well and I provide that back end to it. So that's in the works. But yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
That's good. Now you mentioned soccer. Do y'all play that in the summertime? Because I just can't
Yes.
imagine y'all doing that in the winter.
Yes. So in winter is indoor and soccer, summer is outdoor. So
Oh,
yeah,
okay. So your
is
football games are
Oh, okay.
indoors?
yeah. So yeah, the football one is outdoor. Football, regardless, snow, rain, whatever, they do it outdoor, especially at the high school, university level. They
Oh,
do. But for the younger ones, soccer indoor in the winter, and then in the summertime, between May to about early September, it's outdoor. And it they only stop when there's like thunderstorm. Otherwise, you play.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
yeah, thunderstorm. I just think that y'all just have snow, just straight snow.
We get snow. Actually, you know what? We're expected to get our first snowfall sometime this week. But we do get
Ooh.
hot summer for a minute or so. But we do get rain. We can get four seasons in one day, to be honest. Like you
Oh,
start in the
Wow.
morning, go by night, you've got four seasons, and you don't know. You start with a jacket, you end up with like a parka or something. Yeah.
Hmm.
So
oh,
it varies.
oh,
But yeah,
wow.
our weather is not bad.
Oh, it's not
Okay.
bad. I plan to visit Canada. I have a friend that lives out there, and I keep saying I'm gonna come
Come.
when I know it's the warmest.
Come in the summer to Toronto during the Caribbean Festival. Come.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. Is
oh,
that carnival? Is that
Yeah.
what they call? I want to go to that.
Caravana. Yeah. Come. It's hot. It's in August, end of July, August. It's the hottest. It's fine. You'll be fine. You come in as a visitor. It'll be busy. There'll be a lot of things going on. And then just tag me and let me know. Take you
oh,
out.
all right. That
Oh,
sounds
that'll be
good. Now
nice. Look, I'm
you
coming if
guys are
Miss
not
Karen come.
Sorry?
you guys are not quarantined where you when you come there you have to quarantine so many days.
Honestly, I'm hoping by the time the clock turns 2022,
Oh,
all this COVID stuff is gone. I'm hoping.
Yes.
Because
Yes. We believe
it's
in
so
that.
restrictive. It's and that's part of it too, that some of the athletes or the parents were a little worried because they didn't get a chance to actually play at their senior year to get tapes to show
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
coaches because there was no game. Everything got shut down. So some of them had to record themselves just training, doing different moves and skills
yeah.
to build their resume. So by the time I'm hoping maybe by January, there's talks about all the requirements and restrictions are going to be lifted. So I'm just praying because it's annoying. We want to travel. I want to cross the border. I want to come shopping.
Absolutely.
I want to do things.
So,
But
so
we're so
Gifty,
restricted. Yes.
I hear an accent that's not Canadian.
No.
So, what's the origin?
Ghana, West Africa.
Ghana.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Ghana.
Yes. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So I've
Love
been
it.
here for a while, but yeah, sometimes yeah, it comes out and proud. And here in Canada, you always say where your cultural roots is, and then Canada. So
Mhm.
you're Ghanaian Canadian. We don't really say we're African American or African Canadian. There are those different depends on how you want to identify yourself, but majority of
Mhm.
the time I'll say I'm Ghanaian Canadian.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So tell everybody how they can connect with you, your social media handles and all that good stuff.
Okay, so everything's just Baller Mom Canada, whether it be on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter. I'm not that active on Twitter, but the main channel that I'm really active at is Instagram because that's the one I'm most comfortable with and understanding. But I do also have a Facebook, so everything I post also does share there. If you want to email me, it's ballermomcanada@gmail.com or the website is ballermom.ca, where you will find information on some of the clubs or leagues or coaches that I've been featured. There are some of the athletes that are featured there, a little bit of the blog, as well as some of the merchandising that goes with the brand. So yeah, Baller Mom Canada. Just Google search it, and it should find pop up, and you will find me.
Awesome, awesome. I am looking forward to collaborating with you one year, whether we come together and
Yes.
do something. We are supposed to be going to a hockey game, so I don't know if
Okay.
that's going to be in Canada. But Can We Talk Sports? We're going to show up at a hockey game. That's something I've never done. I'm just
That's
excited.
cold. You're gonna need a jacket.
Oh,
The environment is built to be cold, so heads up.
so we're gonna be doing that. So we end up out there in Toronto at a game. I will definitely be reaching out to you, and
Definitely.
let's link up. And so we just want to thank you so much for coming on the show.
Yes,
Definitely.
great show.
Thank
Yes,
you.
sharing your
So nice
knowledge.
meeting you guys.
Yes, and so just keep it going. No matter what, just keep the passion of why you do what you do, and that is to educate these moms who are coming after us to make informed decisions. So
Mhm.
we give them what we got.
Yep.
So
That's it.
that's
Just
it.
keep
So
sharing. Thank you so much, ladies.
thank
Thank you
you.
Thank
again.
you.
Gifty, it was a pleasure.
Same here. Same
Yeah.
here. And I'll keep watching. I love your show. You guys are awesome. I love the naturalness of it.
Yes.
Oh,
It's
good.
great.
That's
Thanks
good
for
to
the
hear.
support, really.
Thank
Yes.
you. Thank
Yes.
you.
Yes.
All right,
That was
ladies.
awesome.
That was awesome. So um I think since we're over our time, we probably gonna hold our unless you want to go ahead and do your parent tip for the night so we can go ahead and close out.
Well, my parent tip for the night would just be parents, um, unconditional love. Like not I because you did this or if you do this. It has to be unconditional love. Support your kids, lift them up. Um, I just think about so many kids that are hurting, and feeling like they're not loved or they're not supported, or maybe they didn't do what the parent wanted for them. And so they feel like out there. So I just want to encourage parents to unconditional love. Like, no matter what, I'm going to love you. I'm going to love you through it.
Yeah, that's good. My parent tip is don't eat too much dressing and turkey next
Oh, I'm going
week.
to do that.
Is it
I will
next
do that.
week for Thanksgiving or the week after next? It's next week,
No,
right?
next weekend, next week, a week
Next
from,
week.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's
So
next week.
don't eat too much. I've been on this little diet thing, so I have to eat 3 vegetables to a meat. So I've I've been struggling whether I'm gonna cheat. And I think I am gonna cheat, but I'm gonna still have my 3 vegetables and a little dressing and a little sweet potato pie and some ham. So don't
So
be like me. Don't eat too much next
you've
week.
planned the cheat. You've planned and
Yeah,
anticipated the cheat.
I know. I know.
I'm having my dressing. Look, you can keep the turkey. Dressing and giblet gravy.
Oh
I'm
wow. And
good. Sweet
cranberries. Oh my
potatoes. Mm-mm-mm. Sweet
Yeah.
well, my
potatoes.
parent tip is mental health.
Mm,
Just
Mm-hmm.
mental health. Pay
Mm-hmm.
attention, address it, and if nobody addresses it for your child if they're in school, you address it for them or
Yes.
make them address it or
Mm-hmm.
remove them from the situation.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's
that's
good.
another topic that maybe I need
Mm-hmm.
to be on.
Oh
And
yes.
don't be ashamed or to ask for help.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good. All right, ladies. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to share, comment, tag, tell somebody about
Thumbs
Can
up.
We Talk Sports. You guys have a good night and we'll see you next week.
Bye, you
Bye.
guys.
Bye.